Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Brig Bleeds Green. My name is Craig Wright, I'm one of Brig Sport editors, and we will be doing the roundup of the Bucks results from this particular afternoon and the past weekend. In a moment I'll be running you through the results from hockey matches that took place in Stirling this afternoon, but first I'll pass you over to my co-editor Harry MacArthur for a rundown of today's football action.
And starting off with the male football action, we had a very successful day, 5 victories out of 5 matches that were played. The first, they won 1-0 at home to Nottingham. The deadlock was broken by a fantastic strike from Bonnar. And the seconds, they battled from 2-0 down to win 3-2 against Napier firsts. A Burgess hat-trick, so he was the man of the match. The threes, they had their day off. The fours, they had a whopping 10-1 victory over Napier Force, and it was a hat-trick for Johnston. And the fifths and sixths both won. The fifths won 4-2 against Edinburgh Sevenths, and the sixths won they won 2-0 against St Andrews Six. And now I've got my guest here, Hero Lubangu, and he's going to talk us through the women's match. So the women's first, they faced off against Glasgow first. Can you talk us through the game?
It was an absolutely dominating performance by Stirling women's first, because they absolutely did not allow Glasgow any opportunities to score on targets. All of them were saved brilliantly by the goalkeeper, and they won the game 6-0.
Very good victory. And what can you tell us about the women's second game against Aberdeen?
Same performance, quite similar performance actually. They played dominantly, although in the start it was a bit shaky, it was a bit back and forth possession. I'd say they both had equal possession as each other. Aberdeen unfortunately scored first, but Stirling did equalise late in the game just before the whistle blew.
Alright, fantastic. So undefeated for all 7 of our football teams playing today, and I'm going to pass you back to Craig Wright.
Yeah, maybe on 2 games of hockey taking place on the Ganachie Sam pitches this afternoon. We'll start with the women's thirds. They were up against Harriet Watt seconds this afternoon. Difficult performance from the girls down there. They lost by 4 goals to 1, but will be looking to bounce back in their next fixture. Better luck for the men's first team, who continue their fantastic start to the season. They won by 6 goals to 0 against Glasgow Thirds. It was their second 6-0 win in as many weeks, after a win by the same scoreline against Glasgow Caledonian Union last week. Never really in doubt, a cracking team performance and some very impressive goals as well, it must be said, from the Stirling team. They are looking to continue their run towards promotion this season. I'm going to pass you back over to Harry MacArthur now for today's tennis.
And again, more positive from me. Both the men's first and the women's first both came out victorious with the same score of 10-2. The males faced off against Leeds Beckett, and it was very fast paced, very good tennis from start to finish. Both teams seemed equally matched, but Stirling just had the extra gas in the tank at the end, so ended up clutching out. The women's games weren't so even, but they managed to get another 10-2 victory. They played really well from start to finish, including the doubles and the singles. And yeah, it was just an all-round fantastic performance from the tennis girls and the boy, of course. And I'll pass you back to Craig Wright.
Now for a sport we don't hear an awful lot about outside the elite sports. It was Stirling's swimming team were in action today with a meet against Glasgow in the National Swimming Academy. Featured 2 of our 4 Stirling University Olympians in Craig Benson and Ross Murdoch. Craig Benson winning his race this afternoon. It was a comfortable win in the end for Stirling, winning by 157 points to 92 in their meet against Glasgow, as we said. Well attended down at the swimming pool, and they'll be looking to kick on for the performances for the rest of the season. Andrew Baxter will now give you a roundup of the rest of this week's fixtures.
Yeah, quite a lot of Bucks action going on in the last week or so. Men's rugby, they were at Aberdeen today. Quite a tough game for them. They lost by 45 points to 5. Better luck for the golf team. The mixed 15 were playing on Sunday against Glasgow mixed seconds. They won by 4.5 points to 3.5 points. A good couple of wins for netball as well. The first beat Dundee seconds by 50 points to 47, and the seconds beat Glasgow Thirds 55-21. Both those games happening on Saturday in the Ganachie. And finally, Ultimate Frisbee, they were in a tournament last weekend. 18 teams from across Scotland, and 2 Stirling sides finished 4th and 6th respectively.
Should also point out there are 2 fixtures still to come in terms of results today. The men's seconds basketball are against Glasgow Caledonian University first in Conference Cup action down at the Ganachie. That's taking place right now. We'll bring you up to date with the scores as and when we get them on Brig. Then tonight at 7 o'clock, women's first basketball will be taking on Glasgow Caledonian University first in the Scottish Division 2A match against Bucks. As I said, 7 o'clock tip-off for them tonight. There's also something happening this weekend up on Air 3 pitches. Gaelic football host their annual tournament. If you're around and about Stirling this weekend, get yourself up there. It's going to be a great festival and will surely be a very good spectacle. That is pretty much it from us this week. Thanks very much to Harry MacArthur here at Bangor and Andrew Baxter. We'll be back next week, as we said, with a rundown of next week's sporting action. Thank you very much and goodbye.